And in business news, the Energy Commission of Nigeria says newly gazetted National Energy Policy and National Energy Master Plan will address energy challenges and guarantee clean, affordable and sustainable energy in the country. Director of Media and Public Affairs, Mr. Abdulazeez Elamah, said this in a statement in Abuja. He said government's decision to gazette the document was to establish paths to sustainable energy development, while disclosing that first time in the history of Nigeria, a National Energy Policy, National Energy Master Plan has been gazetted by the federal government, while disclosing that the policy is in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration's determination to address the lingering problem of energy sector, to address guarantee clean, affordable and sustainable energy across the country. The Western Marine Command of the Nigerian Customs Service has seized 177 sacks and 61 kegs of 25 liters of smuggled premium mottled spirit, totaling 12,500 liters. The interception, valued at 8.7 million naira, occurred between the creek between Badagry and Benin Republic. Ifunaya Eze reports.
Even amidst fuel scarcity, economic saboteurs are exploiting waterways to smuggle petroleum products out of Nigeria. Western Marine Customs Area Controller Paul Bamishaye disclosed that intelligence led to the interception during a joint patrol by command teams.
This seashore is most economically significant to the command at this period of scarcity of petroleum products, especially premium motor spirit, PMS, in our cities, and shows the anticipatory posture in our response to economic sabotage. At about 23:30 hours, that is around 12 midnight, credible intelligence was received of the movement of two boats laden with what was suspected to be petroleum product concealed in sacks. And on sighting the approach of our officers, the smugglers took to their heels through the shore of this creek. The loaded boats were then towed to our station at Badagry.
He revealed that the contraband was impounded along Ishalu Creek en route Benin Republic, contravening Nigeria Customs Service Act.
The action of the smugglers, is a contravention of Section 245 and 254 of the Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023, which the service, through the Western Marine Command, is responsible to enforce.
Controller Bamishaye vows to intensify efforts in curbing smuggling activities, emphasizing its detrimental impact on Nigeria's economy. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
Ahead of its plan to relaunch its prepaid meter portal within the Meters Asset Providers Scheme, the Eco Electricity Distribution Company has implemented a new prerequisite stipulating that MAP vendors must have a minimum stock of 2,000 smart prepaid meters on hand before being authorized to sell and install meters for new customers. Mrs. Rekia Momo, the acting managing director of the company, made this known during the engagement forum with customers under the Lagos Victoria Island District. According to the acting MD who was represented, this is part of the plan to enhance efficiency and reliability of the meter procurement distribution process. The representative also adds that issues around Band A electricity consumers would be sorted, and how far the DISCO has gone with improving supply across the coverage areas.
Our goal is to ensure that every customer from Band E are migrated to Band A, by service availability to them. So a lot has been put in this axis to ensure that we increase the service availability to customers within this axis. A lot of customers under Band B feeders here are enjoying more than 16 hours a minimum requirement for that service level category.
I came here to rub minds with officials of AKDC on supply, the new banding, and share views on how to get better service. I expect them to invest in equipment because however good their officials are or their workmen are in tackling faults, if the equipment is bad, it's bad.
Weekend transactions at the stock market closed downwards, showing keen investors offloading securities for cash. If you get up reports.
Weekend business at the stock market closed with weak indices as many investors took monies out of the markets. Friday's trade dropped index by 0.02% as weakness in the entire economy showed in general trades. The volume of transactions declined from 600 million units of shares of the previous day to 344 million shares. In the same way, trade volume dropped from 16 billion naira to 7 billion naira on Friday. The biggest deals loser was Owando, with more than 5% crash in price. Others were Flour Mills, African Prudential Insurance, Access Holdings and First Bank Holdings. The gainers were Honeywell Flour, GT Holdings, UBA, United Capital and Jayes Bank. Market speculators seem to be having upper hand in daily transactions. Efyong Ekop, TVC News, Lagos.
And finally, in business news, crude oil prices rose today, continuing upward trend on the signs of improving economy in China, and as negotiations to halt hostilities and the standoff between Israel and Hamas yielded no results. Now, U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell at $79.77, with an upward price margin of 0.64%. Brent crude futures experienced an upward price review of 0.52%. selling at $84.32 per barrel. Bonny Light recorded an upward price review of 0.05% to sell at $84.42 per barrel. And for the OPEC basket, crude dealers are offering $83.60, and the price remains flat.